Yo, what's going on guys? Rhys here from Stoic Pool, and in this video I'm going to be walking you through how to make variations of your art or your NFTs so that you can have different levels of rarity and stuff like that for distributing to your delegators. Let's get into it. Right guys, so we're going to be in Aseprite. So in Aseprite we're just going to basically pick, so I'm not going to use this one, I'm just going to go in here. There are some preset flavors already. I was using Nez, but you know what? I'm kind of fancy something a bit different today. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to use VGA13 because why not, right? Oh, hang on. Web safe colors. Okay, cool. So there's something about old kind of pixel art and old games that I really like regarding the colors. So the colors were always a bit like, they didn't really look like they were in the same spectrum, and somehow they always seemed to work. You know, you always understood what was going on. So I'm going to use that as an example for this particular one. So first up, we're just going to duplicate our layer. So you're not going to see exactly the buttons I click, but you've got your layers just down by here. And then what you're going to do is go on select. And what we want to do is we want to change the colors in this image without having to paint everything over and over again, and we just want to replace like the darker colors with a darker shade of any particular thing that we kind of fancy, and then we're going to replace the lighter ones with a lighter one. So what we do is we mask by color, which is this thing I've done here. I'm going to select a color from the oh no, I don't want to select it from the index. Let's get out of that. I'm getting ahead of myself. First I'm going to color drop. I'm going to drop this one, and then I'm going to right click and drop a darker one. I'm going to drop the darkest. Okay, so we've got two of our colors just down by here in our palette, right in the bottom left corner. I feel like we should try and zoom in on this a little bit. It doesn't matter. You can see the image. So I've got my little color drops, my things just down in this bottom left corner, and then I'm going to go to select, color range, and I'm going to type these in because they're not in the same palette. So we've got F0C. 069, and that should be it. And you can see now that they've just highlighted on the thing. So we click OK, and now they've selected. I can go to my pencil tool. I can select a color. Let's go dark to light here. So we're gonna go. Let's do a green one. Let's do a nice green one. I'm gonna go dark green here. And I'm just gonna click. Oh, I'm gonna upgrade my size to like 64, and I'm just gonna go bam, 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 bam. I'm just gonna go crazy and go everywhere. Okay, so this is quite a bright green, as you can see. So I'm actually gonna change that to more of like a mid green, and I'm gonna go here. And then we're gonna, no, that's too brown. Oh my God, that is actual brown. I'm gonna go down here. Okay. So when we do this, we essentially need 4 shades. We need a super dark, we need a super light, and then we need the neutral color, and then we need a shade below. So that's why I've gone on this kind of third tier here. What I'm gonna do then is, I'm gonna go select, I'm gonna deselect, and I'm gonna select a new layer. So color range, and then we've got this here, and I'm just gonna type in the next color that I've selected, which is B4, 6A, 9. Okay, and then it shows he's highlighted these ones. I'm going to click OK, and then on my pencil tool, I'm going to go super dark, so that's down here. And I'm going to go bam, 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 bam. I'm just going to dot around so that I only select those ones. Cool. Then we need to go back to I need to deselect first. So we've got the darkest and the main color in here. So now we need to go into our eyedropper. We're going to right click. We're going to select the mid shade, and then we're going to right click on the highlight, the super highlight. And then we're going to go select color range. We're going to type in our new color. So we got F7E198, F7E198, and it should help if I was selecting what was it? F7E198. There we go. Okay. So now I've got our super lightest shade, so I believe I was in this thing here. Got my super lightest shade, color this, and I'm just gonna go doink, 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 dab that, back to the dropper because I accidentally selected the wrong one. Select, deselect, select color range, and then we got to put the next shade in, which is E19F3E. E19F3E. Don't know why it's not working very well today. Select. Okay, so you can see now just the tiny little slightly darker shades have been selected, so I'm going to choose the color that's going to replace it. And then I go to my brush, I go here, I'm just going to paint it in. And then deselect, and we'll have our finished. Where do we deselect? We deselect by there. So now I've got the colors done. All right, and actually I wasn't gonna do backgrounds for everything because I quite like not having backgrounds and stuff instead of having backgrounds all the time. So the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dropper. I'm gonna select this background. So I've got that color. And then we go to select color range. I mean, we're used to this by now, right? We're gonna go, oh, that's why it wasn't working. We're gonna go 3E2A49. And you see I've selected the background color, okay, and then select the eraser tool. Ah, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? That didn't work because I'm selecting the wrong layer. Bam, there you go. So now we've got rid of that. We now have our finished NFT. And what we don't need, right, so there's a couple of things. First off, you can do animations here, which is why I prefer it over Paint and why I prefer it over Photoshop. Well, it's part of the reason. And you can set that in here. So you see I've just got a single thing, a single frame here, but I can add as many frames as I want. I can have the coin rotating, I can do a little shiny thing on the 100, and it would be really cool to do something like that. But for the sake of just testing this out, because it's the first time I've done it, I'm gonna just do this, and then I'm gonna probably release another one in the future for Stoic's first birthday, which will be in a couple of days. In which time I will probably do something a bit more interesting. And I'll probably have that for Epoch 292, sorry, 292, 293. Okay, so that's it. That's how you recolor your NFTs. And if I just get out of this because it's so massive and I deselect the selecty things so we're not distracted by things, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just show you a couple that I've already done so you can kind of see how we might go about doing this with other colors. So I can take this one off. This is just a black and white one. Then we've got a nice rosy pink one. We've got a crazy purpley blue one. We've got a pure blue. We've got a pure pink. We've got a red and blue, which kind of has this same dissonant kind of old school game color scheme to it, similar to the one we've just done. And that's it. Right guys, that's it for this video. So this is how you kind of make variations of an NFT so that you can send it out, have different levels of rarity between different styles and different colors. This is a nice quick and easy way to do it in Aseprite, but you can do it the same in any other tool that you're using, whether it's like Blender or Photoshop or like anything like that. So there's no reason you can't make different variations. You can make it more complicated, so I could just have different elements layered together, which is how a lot of people make series of NFT characters where like heads change or expressions change and like things in their hands and stuff like that, you know, like the typical thing that maybe like Space Birds or like someone else would do. But this is super simple. I'm not making something crazy as like a collector's item for NFT specifically. It's just a simple reward that I'm handing out for my delegators, so I'm just doing it in a nice easy way. Alright, guys, that is it for this video. If you like what you've seen, as always, give us a like, subscribe for more crazy, fun Cardano videos from your mate Rhys. If you're not already, delegate to Stoic. We're actively minting blocks. We're a bare metal, solar-powered stake pool, and it would be great to have you on the team. Otherwise, guys, I'll catch up with you in the next one. See you then.